Hi, I'm Jeremy, and you're listening to Verse by Verse. Today, we're going to talk about merism. Now, if you're hearing that word and immediately thinking, oh no, that sounds like dry technical jargon, let me assure you, it is dry technical jargon. But it's also a helpful tool for looking at some of the Bible's more poetic passages. And today, we're going to look at a verse that really shows it in action. Merism is a literary technique where you use two extremes to describe the entirety of something. Let me give you an example. When someone says that they searched high and low, we know instinctively that they're not saying they looked only in high places and only in low places. We know they meant that they looked everywhere, high, low, and everywhere in between. The biblical authors used merism a lot. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Not just the heavens, not just the earth, but everything in them and on them, the whole universe. So the evening and the morning were the first day. But a day is more than an evening and a morning. It's the dawn and the dusk and the afternoon and all the other parts in between. But by pairing the two extremes, merism shows us the entire spectrum. That brings us to Psalm 74, verses 16 through 17, where the psalmist tells God, "The day is yours, the night also is yours. You have prepared the light and the sun. You have set all the borders of the earth. You have made summer and winter." If the psalmist wasn't feeling particularly poetic, he could have just said, "God, you made everything." That's what this passage is telling us, after all. But by taking the time to break things down with merism, we're invited to reflect on just how big everything really is. It's the day and the night. Every hour of the day. It's the sun and the light. The Hebrew word for light here is probably a reference to the moon or maybe even the stars. No matter when we look up at the sky, there is evidence of God's handiwork and the scope of his power. He set the borders or boundaries of the earth, mountains, rivers, and oceans, but also summer and winter. And not just summer and winter, all the seasons and all the incredible changes that happen between each one. The leaves on the trees, the temperature, the weather, the oceanic currents, the jet streams, the changes in habitats and ecosystems and life cycles. All those exist because of the universe God set in motion and holds in his hands. Yes, God created everything, but it's easy to lose sight of the grandeur of everything. The day and the night, the moon and the sun, summer and winter, a whole world full of cycles and rotations, designed by the great Creator. And in the midst of all these merisms is a question for each of us to consider. If God has his hand in all these things, if he maintains perfect control over these incredible details of the world we exist in, how much more does he have a handle on your life and the things that happen in it?
Verse by Verse is a Life, Hope, and Truth podcast. Check out the show notes to find more free content, like videos, articles, and booklets in our Learning Center.